We are back in the Commander's Kitchen, and as always, we're brewing with fun, flavor, and a little bit of jank. Today, we're building Narset Transcendent Oathbreaker with her signature spell, Narset's Reversal. Real quick, if you don't know what Oathbreaker is, then apparently you've been living under a rock, but you should definitely check it out because it's a great format that was created by Weird Cards Charitable Club. You can check them out on YouTube. Narset Transcendent is a planeswalker that costs 2, a white and a blue. Her +1 loyalty ability reads, look at the top card of your library. If it's a non-creature, non-land card, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. Her -2 reads, when you cast the next instant or sorcery spell from your hand this turn, it gains rebound. And her ultimate ability, for -9, you get an emblem with your opponents can't cast non-creature spells. In order to best interact with her first 2 loyalty abilities, this deck is going to be built around playing sweet instant sorcery spells. Her signature spell is going to be Narset's Reversal, an instant for blue to copy target instant or sorcery spell, then return it to its owner's hand. You may choose new targets for the copy. For those of you who have seen my previous Oathbreaker video, you know that I love this effect. These spells are just super flexible because everyone else is always going to have a super powerful instant or sorcery at their disposal. Just being able to steal someone else's signature spell is so much fun. But of course, if whatever they're running doesn't work well with our deck, we also have cards within our own deck that are well worth copying and returning to our hand. First up in our 99, we have the Wanderer, Dovin, Hand of Control, and Narset, Parter of Veils. In a format all about planeswalkers, I like to run as many as I can. They all have sweet controlling passives and loyalty abilities that are very helpful in a pinch, as well as something of a signature spell of their own. With Wanderer's Strike, we've got some excellent spot removal, and although we're not leaning heavily into Proliferate, it's still very effective in this deck. Dovin has his own very powerful counterspell, and Narset with Part the Water Veil, one of our greatest combo pieces in this deck. Primarily because when we play this card, we can then return it to our hand with our actual signature spell and get a copy of it. Of course, that's an expensive combo, but it's well worth the cost considering that we'll likely be able to take 3 turns in a row while taking up Narset the whole time and hopefully hitting our ult on that 3rd turn. We're also running Karn's Temporal Sundering for the same effect. So to be clear, because these cards exile themselves when we resolve, we can't rebound them with Narset's 2nd ability. That'd be pretty broken anyway. But the Narset's Reversal combo is solid, and I pulled it off a couple times to pretty good effect. 3 more cards that synergize quite well with all of our planeswalkers are Thrumming-Bird, Oath of Jace, and Tezzeret's Gambit. Thrumming-Bird is just a favorite include in this format for me because it's either a cheap flying body that can be swinging into your opponent's planeswalkers, or you could go for players and proliferate your own planeswalkers. Oath of Jace is especially good even if we just control Narset, because with that scry, we'll hopefully be able to get a non-land, non-creature card on top of our library that then we can put into our hand with her first ability. And Tezzeret's Gambit is just fantastic. In the original draft of this deck, Tezzeret's Gambit was a signature spell, and I played with it like that for a long time. It's super fun, and if Narset's Reversal isn't for you, I'd try running this. We have a few other ways to manipulate the top of our library with Ponder, Sigiled Starfish, and Dreamcache. My favorite of which being Sigiled Starfish because it can be a blocker when you really need it to. We're also running some straight card draw with Loyal Drake, Curator's Ward, and Treasure Cruise. These are all fantastic cards. While the true purpose of Curator's Ward isn't just to draw 2 cards, the fact that it does that on top of giving Narset hexproof while it sticks around is pretty great. Some of our cheap instants and sorceries are Mana Leak, Divine Deflection, and Azorius Charm. I find Divine Deflection to be underrated because it's especially good when you usually have a planeswalker to protect and others to keep damaging. Some of our more powerful instant and sorcery spells are Cackling Counterpart, Stolen Goods, and Switcheroo. They all fall in relatively the same vein and can completely turn the game around for you. Stolen Goods is also one of my favorite spells to rebound with Narset's 2nd ability. Due to all the top manipulation that we're running, miracles are excellent includes, so we have Banishing Stroke and Devastation Tide. And the last of our instant and sorceries are Crush Contraband, Time Wipe, and Clone Legion. Time Wipe has been one of my favorite new cards from War, and Clone Legion will win you the game at least half the times that you resolve it. Now onto the creatures, starting with our best instant and sorcery payout cards. Student of Ojutai, Niblis of the Frost, and Talran the Sky Summoner. Student of Ojutai and Niblis of the Frost are good for controlling the board as well as making the game go long, while Talran is great for setting up a winning board state. Next up, we have Reflector Mage, Council of the Absolute, and Daxos of Meletis. Council of the Absolute's unique ability allows us to set up for our combo pieces very well. Finally, we have Jace's Sanctum, Omnispell Adept, and Thalia's Lancers. Jace's Sanctum just helps this deck run really smoothly. Omnispell Adept can cast many of our spells for a reduced cost, and Thalia's Lancers can fetch us any of our Planeswalkers or even Karnstead Sundering. Alright, that's it for the deck tech. I love hearing your guys' feedback as always, and thanks to all my new subscribers that came from the last Oathbreaker video. We've got a lot planned on the Soulleopard channel this summer. For sure, we're going to do an update on my last Oathbreaker deck, the Tibalt Oathbreaker. That'll be coming out hopefully sometime soon. I'm going to start working on it right after I'm done with this one. And I've got a big plan for all kinds of content to do this summer. Not all of it is going to be Magic, but there will consistently be more Magic content. Maybe we'll actually make a Commander deck tech on the Commander's Kitchen. Hint, hint. Well, thank you guys so much for watching.